This is my second episode of the day. Me say enne enema bi wo ha no wa hu me de be ma. Then transfer, football transfer, 23rd of December and ye be window no. Kotoko players e beba later say deal bi ayo who matna si be the whole sem e be ma. Obi say a boss player en tokwa bi esi e wo Kumasi Tafo. Na ntokwa ne say ebi mo say oh obetuma me resource in Kotoko last 3 matches with House of Folk. Odi mamonko mo be ko dia mo mfra me meyi ma no. Enu ntina me wo ho no. Kotoko last 3 games against House of Folk. Has etna fie. Ema Kotoko ko share 3-2. Kotoko tena fie eche has 2-0. And Enra Kotoko asanse has 1-0. Mama busa table no Kotoko tosu 6 with 21 points. And the points gap between the first team and the Kotoko just 3 points. Kotoko players after Enra win against us of folk, player Bia is entitled to get 5,000 Ghana cedis. All the registered players, the Ombajan and China, and La Lasula Landia and Count. This money, all the registered players is entitled to get 5,000. A nurse ni and our police in Yakatuya a month, Ghana. Intino, police for Katwana ya form for Frono, and then nurses form for Frono, or Makatuya. Enti, Yammo Kotoko campaign for Abaso, for that. But Yebe pa. Before some amount transfer, no. Okay, my member transfer is also we are. Na Ogum so Yebe tie ne kakra. Me no me kan me ya yi se me na me catch us say. Eni power ya de na nya put him on his toes. Enra yeso Ogum wasoro na ye boje ne so no na no kramani ade ama no because he's a professor. You have to put emotions and sentiment aside. Work is work. So Ogum eyin yem se wo ye adwuma no wo fa play and say na ere ne ma o kan on the post match nim o say we all sat down and agreed to go this way. Oh, that's what I want. Me can say me winning bonus me need. Nemo headquarters Kotoko ansha nkanra ebi no mo da ya o mo so nyina me no mo fra me yina me. Ma me transfer ansa na yetie coach Ogum. Abranti a your friend say Walid Fuseni ukon sotre ene bono a enu friend name a me dina na me de bobo no e bia na da abranti ne so na boy no yentia so ntwe en creative pace power precision obi na busuafo according to latest intelligence name the Poncha TV or headquarters na gadane trese Walid Fuseni name etu Kotoko deal no off mama osade we until miracle Elijah ne moye den abrana bal any Jezebel akonfu ani abre ema Elijah bompa ema ojaba ye ebiansia Walid Fuseni name from insuatre etu Kotoko deal no per latest intelligence off die ntia na otie Kotoko de Isaac Minteba Kotoko de Samson Etuku eba Kotoko asane Kwame Poku already Kotoko Emmanuel Enchia enwe no oti bench owo Peter Midu akwa ewo baba ya Peter Midu akwa ana branch ya your friend say Emmanuel Enchi and even Isaac Minta everything about the same position and the men say can say in pecking order that deal is off. That's Walid Fuseni name etu Kotoko and the latest ever Kotoko is pushing to sign a left back Ote Francis Aqua Bechem United Ote Asikwe formerly of Accra Great Olympics Oko loan Switzerland with FC Ball Abusia for that deal by the power vested in me undoubtedly your most outstanding and most credible source in terms of Kotoko transfer. I can confidently tell you, say the Ghana politicians, it is in the pipeline that deal and I'm piping eba se fiance sa by 23rd of December yemi transfer no na asikwe etuk asante Kotoko na what here we go and that deal is on but Walid Fuseni deal is off until something happen and no coach ogum kasa bebre pa me say match na ya hye no and then the whole day mama what diwani ne diti na me kan yansa wo besu diti na diwani yenko na yentie coach after the game.
How both teams played in the first half. We watched them play and we realized that they were direct in their approach. So what we decided to do is to leave Abet on top so that they could have 3 men and then launch the attack so that we can have more men in the middle of the park, win the first ball, and then when we get the second ball, if the opportunity is there to go into a passing game, we go into a passing game. If it's not possible, we also play the ball behind them, and out of that, we created a lot of chances in the first half. I think they look very compact in the middle of the park, especially Salim. He's an excellent player. He has a lot of vision. He created a lot of dangerous situations for us, but then I think Blay was also up to the task to try and then mark him out. So I think on the whole, it was a good game. Hasselhoff played very well. We must admit that they played very well. They had a good structure. They knew what they were doing in the structure. We also had a good structure that made the game to be very compact, very tight, and very beautiful.
Right, before my colleagues come in, I think after the tough patch, after the summer test game, in the last 3 games, 3 wins, if not considered a single goal. What was the reason for the turnaround? What did you do differently to get these boys to fire the way they've been firing the last few games?
I think we met them as a technical staff and made them to understand that individually they are good quality players and that the demands of playing Kotoko cannot be just about 7 matches where we went unbeaten and then after that you dip. So we had a lot of one-on-one sessions, we had a lot of group discussions, and then they all came to admit that I think we need to double our efforts in terms of the physical component of the game. So it was like an agreement and then we got into it. So if you could see, they could run throughout the 90 minutes today. If you watch at Adriana too, you watch at when we played Future Stars too. So I think once the coach and the players come into an agreement as to what to do at training and what they also want to do in the game, I think it gives us a platform where we are all ready to work. So I think that has actually brought about a turnaround.
I know one of my colleagues will definitely ask this question, but I'll preempt. I think since you took over Kotoko, you haven't lost to us in competitive games. What's doing the trick?
I think it's all about trying to get ready for the game, every component of the game, especially when you are playing Hasselhoff, the physical component of the game. Hasselhoff comes with a lot of aggression, a lot of determination. So it's an aspect I've been working on anytime we are playing Hasselhoff in terms of the physical preparation. Well, they come in all out to make sure that they weaken you, and then when they get a chance, they score and then go to sit back and frustrate you. So once you let your players know some of these things, they also become mentally ready to know what is at stake. So it's a make or break anytime we meet them as far as I'm the coach.
Right.
Coach, Eugene Kwame and Open Show Radio. You were so excited, and I want to know, is it the game between Hasselhoff that makes you excited, or winning 3 games on a row?
The manner in which the goal came. I mean, look at the way we played. Look at the chances we created. I mean, Baba Yaya was about 5 meters or 2 meters away from goal. There was nobody there. He kicked the ball away. Abet had the goalkeeper one-on-one about 20 meters. I mean, so many chances. So if I look at the way we played and the manner in which the game was going to end, I was telling myself the game has not been fair to us. So, I mean, when the goal came, and then the celebration was predetermined. I had planned it in my mind at home that when we score, I'll remove my tie and then go and say thank you to the fans. So it was a predetermined celebration, not a spontaneous one.
Coach, good evening. Congratulations. My name is Leto from Akuma FM.
It's not Leto, your official.
He knows me. I'm called Leto, so that. My name is Emmanuel. Coach, I have quick 2 questions. One was a bit controversial. I want to make a little.
Ask the first one first. Now see if I will let you ask the second.
Yes, in the last 3 seasons, you had Mukwala, you had Frank, Mbella, and now Abet Amwa. I know it will be very difficult for you, but comparing these 3. What makes Albert a bit different from all these 2 you had initially? And then, would you say that indeed this is a turning point for your guys?
Yeah, I think all these players are good quality players. We saw Mbella, he's a killer. Mukwala is also a killer. Albert is also a killer. I think probably Albert in terms of strength, because the 3S, skill, speed, and strength. Mukwala is very skillful. He has the pace. He has the speed. He's like Carl Lewis. Mbella has the skill. He has the speed too. Albert, they are all strong, but I think Albert, in terms of the strength component, Albert is very strong. He fights to the last end. In terms of positional play, I think Mbella, will stand tall between the 3 of them, because he doesn't really get himself involved in the game. He just loiter around, and then when the chance comes. But then if you look at Albert, he plays with the team. He defends. Look at the way he defends. He defends, and then when we have the ball too, he goes on the attack. So that makes him different from the other 2. But then Charlie, Mbella, Mukwala, Albert, they are all super.
And then my last one, okay. Is it the 10 points indeed for you? Because your last 2 matches you keep saying is there's the 10 points. 3 matches you won, or is this indeed the 10 point for Kotoko?
Where did I say the 10 point?
After Ghana started, you said to him. After Future started, I heard you saying that.
Yeah, once a team wins, the players become confident, and then they are able to get their act together. You see, when you win and you go to training, in quote unquote, training is sweet. Whatever you tell them to do, they do it. But if you don't win and you go, even when the training is manageable, they don't enjoy it. So the fact that I say it's a turning point means that they are going to be more active at training. And once players are more active at training, let me tell you, they will translate it into the game. We train the way we play, and we play the way we train.
Okay, Coach Thomas Sheba for UTV. Looking at the chances that you squandered today, do you think there is a work to do on your finishing? Absolutely, there's a lot of work to do. It's something we must admit as a coach. I have to admit. If you look at the chances we created, we should have gotten to 90+5 before scoring. We should have finished this game in the first half. But then, games between Hasselhoff and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, my brother, it's a different ball game altogether.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jekum Blankson. Coach, I was just coming from down there, and the supporters are saying I should tell you that they thank you for giving them the Xmas gift. Those who were calling for your sack just 2 weeks ago are now saying they thank you. On the more serious note, I will talk about the psychological aspect of the game, because I saw your guys coming out, which is not easy. Most of them have not played Kotoko Hasselhoff game before. What special role did you play in the psychological aspect of the game today?
I did a lot of one-on-ones. For instance, yesterday I went there in the morning and left there almost 4 p.m. So you can just imagine. I went there in the morning to the camp. I met them one-on-one. We had lunch. After lunch, I had to go to them, trying to paint that picture of how a Kotoko Hearts game looks like, because I knew I was going to have a few who have ever tasted it before. Peter, Blay, Samba, I think I had five of them who have played Kotoko Hearts game before. So in team, so I had to do a lot of one-on-ones with them, and I think it really worked. It really worked. The one-on-one interaction gave them a clear picture of how it was going to look like. And I emphasize on the aggression component from Hasselhoff. Since I was a kid watching Hasselhoff Kotoko match, I've always seen Hasselhoff being aggressive, because they have at the back of their minds that for Kotoko, that is what the belief that they have. So I've also decided that we're going to say, boy, hard, I better train one. Yes, you share what they be born hard. May I share no better than I.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm Garba from Ghana Sports Market. First of all, coach, thank you for a very animated press conference. The previous one we had was quite, difficult to witness. I'm going to my question. This season, goalkeeper Kamara Mohammed has made a couple of errors, blunders that resulted in Kotoko defeat. And in this game against Accra House of Folk, the match winner came from an error from the opponent's defender, who had a very great game. Even he was announced as the man of the match until the goal scored by Amoa, then the change came. Did you feel sorry for the House of Folk defender based on the performance prior to the goal that resulted in the defeat? Thank you.
I think I wouldn't go direct. I'll use a backdoor approach. I think he's an excellent player. Asibi is a very good player, very solid, very direct in his play. He played very well. I mean, I wasn't surprised when he was announced prior to the goal as the man of the match. I mean, I didn't dispute it. But then I think Abed did unthinkable. Throughout the game, I realized that, and I told him before the game that he is an extravagant player. He tries to overdo things, so he should always make sure that he follows him until the action is over. So, I mean, I kept telling him in the game. I remember the TV people also asked me that they saw me asking Abed to go and go and go. But it's something that is typical of Osei, especially when the crowd is on his side. He will just do something and then he'll commit an error. So I told him that I should keep going with him, and exactly that was what happened. So he's an excellent player. That's the right adjective I can use for him. But then I think if you ask me whether I'll be sorry for the error he committed, it gave me an advantage. So I'll say better luck to him next time.
Thank you.
Coach, congratulations. My name is Florence Monola also from Boss FM, Adum Kumase. The positioning of Abed Amwa, when Kotoko is attaching, you always see Abed in the middle of Kevin Osesibe and Samuel Aduamofa. Was it part of your plan?
Exactly. I mean, when he stays in between the two of them, and then Amofa and Osei, if they don't have the right communication, then it means the two of them will all be coming for the same ball. So once the two of them are coming for the same ball and they miss, and he's able to sneak out of them, then it's a danger and it's a chance and it's a goal. So that was why. And normally, when you position yourself in between the two center backs, the space comes behind the center backs. So the one with the ball only have to look at the space behind so that he plays the ball in there.